you've decided to take me up on the challenge. 30 days, 1,667 words a day, equaling 50,000 words in just a month. A respectable book. You open your computer, you sit down, place your hands on the keyboard, you begin to write. Or rather, you wish you could begin to write, because you have no idea what to write. You have writer's block. What do? That's our question today. Hi, and welcome again to another episode. My name is Paul Allen Clifford, and I'm your host, and I'd love for you to join the conversation, so drop me a line, paul@trinitydigitalmedia.com, or hit me up on Twitter, Paul Allen Cliff. So, I've been talking about NaNoWriMo, which is the National Novel Writers Month, or National Nonfiction Writing Month, either way, and I've been challenging you to, no matter when you start, pick 30 days and just write every day. But I recognize that some days it's going to be a lot harder than other days. For example, in the middle of a book, it gets really tough. I know this because I'm on my 7th book, and every time around the middle, I always feel like this is tough. This is harder than it has been, and there's a reason for it. But what do you do when you sit down to write and there's just nothing? Well, my suggestion is that you write anyway. Now, part of why there isn't anything coming when you start to write is you're being too tough on yourself. You're thinking, this has to be good. It doesn't have to be good. In fact, it needs to be bad. What do I mean? Well, let's stop and think about this. You're not writing the final draft when you're writing the first draft. You're getting your ideas out. Grammar, not as important. Punctuation, could be better. But getting the ideas out is all that matters. So if you've got writer's block, try this. Start by writing, I have writer's block. I can't get past this hump where I don't want to write, or I can't write. Just write about how you can't write. And once you've done that, start to see if you didn't get one little idea. Well, write that little idea. No matter how badly you write it, just write it. Write it, and then if you get another idea, write that. If you don't feel bad because you wrote some. Now, it's better if you can hit your goal every day, and on days where it just flows naturally and easily, write more, but it's better to write some every day than to not write at all, because as easy as it is not to write on days that you have writer's block, the day after you haven't written, it's twice as easy not to write. The day after that, it's twice as easy as it was the previous day not to write. You see, once you have a habit formed, it builds on itself. But if you skip a day, that also builds on itself. So it's much better just to get something out, anything, and see if that leads somewhere, than to skip a day. If you don't have time, just write as much as you can. Just try and find a way to write. Set aside some time earlier in the day rather than later, if you can, so that you have some backup time to write. But just write. Write a sentence that starts with each letter of the alphabet, no matter how bad. Write about your favorite hobby. even if it has nothing to do with your book. Just write. Try and get something out and see if the ideas start to flow. And also see if just by getting something out, if you don't start to see that, oh, I'm starting to get some more ideas. Just don't edit. Editing is your enemy. Don't edit until you're done. It's a totally different spot in your brain. You don't want to switch over to edit mode. Just keep writing. Keep writing every day. And at the end, you might just go out and change eternity. If you like this content, why don't you head on over to my site, trinitydigitalmedia.com. I've got a gift for you. So head on over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/gifts, GIFTS, and you can get my newsletter and get one of my books absolutely free, or one of the other gifts that I have for you. That would help me, and it'll help me keep in touch with you. Thanks a lot. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford with trinitydigitalmedia.com.